Dun dun dun. Up we go. Good morning, everyone. It's early. Oh, it's late for me. Stretch. See, I finally chapter 3. So we're going to story now. Forever. Sure, I'm also kind of stuck in. Sets.
準備完了。ひらめきが湧き上がってくるようです。俺に任せておけ。
The sad thing about this birdie, it's so hard.
やれやれ、この程度か。
Dum.
混沌なる悪意を感じる。光は決して遮られはしない。
I still haven't been finished event dungeon. That's sad.
作戦完了だね。
I'll get there. I got my core star set.
よっしゃー、燃えてきたー。光は決して遮られはしない。混沌なるや作戦完了だね。よっしゃー。
I did finish summoning for Aki, but I haven't leveled him up at all.
光は決して
I'm giving
遮られは
priority
しない。
to Rogue and Cool right now.
よっしゃー、燃えてきた。
And it's in there. Kill! Dun, dun. Okay.
敵は葬った。
Now that we're actually done with dailies, I forgot about the let's start with the story. Chapter 3. It has a lot of parts. Let's see. MIA. How could they sing? They were just here. For you. Choco. Cute. Mini robots. I was so happy. So happy. Let's be happy together. My screws are heightened. My energy supply is no extra needs except for chocolate. No overtime, one chocolate. I want chocolate. Work first, chocolate later. The watchers are all here, don't slack. Oops, Alpha is here. Oh, that's cute. Run. The arch here has not been lit. Let's keep working on it. Okay. Alpha, why are you turning red? It's my passion. Grrr, grrr. It's going to explode. Run. Run. It's gonna blow. Chapter Embers. The border of the Helios sector outside the sector firewall. Honestly, why am I here now and not stuck back? My motto's half built. I haven't finished watching. This is annoying. I kind of our Croak attaches a mechanical device to the at the crypt for Croak. Sicaria always used to nag me about how I never say nothing of the scouting. And now I activate weird to do something like this. I must have been out of my mind or something. Better not complain. I showed. Croak. Can't forget the decisions from your past. Besides, isn't there something good waiting for you? Inside the Oasis headquarters. Here's your coffee. You ought to get some rest, Professor. Thank you. Give me a quick summary of the. Everything's gone very well, while there are still many problems we deal with. On the whole, Oasis has found its feet. In addition, our friction with the outside world has been increasing, and it's been a long time since our defensive counter sanctifiers. That we can even afford the luxury to send people to other sectors to perform operant protection, our cloud rescues, and other missions. How about Antonine and the others? They haven't looked well ever since they came back from Cyclops. Antonina, he still spends all day and after about everything, so voluntarily upped the intensity of her. Everyone's working hard in their own way. Then there's Croak. Did you know she had part in this scouting mission? Croak? Volunteer? Are my ears deceiving? Yes. I had the same reaction as you back then. Still, I think you won't be surprised once you know the name of the sector. It's called Helios, a renowned industrial sector under Sbarog. You know Crooks always like that sort of thing. Ah, so it's like a junket. Then. Well, now that you put it that way, it does sound like that. Still, I think this is pretty good. Crook's too much of a shut-in most of the time. Heading outside would be good. Also, we have found some news about missing companions in that sector. Perhaps, just as she says that, an alert goes off inside headquarters. Call request received. Now connect. Oh, talking about her. This is Croak. I have finished the preliminary stages of scouting mission. How does it feel to be carrying out a scouting mission on your own? I'm missing my cola and air conditioning. Poor her. All that stuff about being a renowned industrial sector was all a lie. I didn't even manage to see Arch Pear. Just my luck, I guess. Arch Pear? What's that? It's a legendary cyber project. It's pretty famous. I knew it. It was a junk jet. Hey, Professor, how come you're here too? Just to make things clear, well, I don't deny that there might have been just a bit of signing up. I can still tell what's important. I would hope so, Crook. I would hope so. Really now, the professor and I aren't too convinced. If you can't supply us with adequate proof, I believe the professor will have to punish. I won't punish her. Why? Kursukar picks up her coffee and waggles in front of her. Say, lately I have been feeling that coffee's too bitter. I have some cola instead. Yes. Just to bother her, yes. Kursukara, you have been learning from the wrong people. If you keep making fun of me, I'll turn around right now and head back. Sorry, my bad. Let's move on to serious business. Rock mumbles to herself as she opens up a data on Arya's face. Like what we predicted before, coming to the Helios sector, it's an experimental sector concerned with energy projects with plentiful supplies. There are very few residents here. Data have only seen 3. Their intelligence is mildly low, like primitive robots. How willing are they to communicate with outsiders? They're friendly enough. Static noises. Broke? Helios, static, but static. The sudden distortion grows stronger and stronger. Then the call cuts off. What's happening? That Genshin looks weird? It does look weird. Hello, Blitz. How are you doing? The cat does have a tree because it's Christmas. I'm not sure. I'll try again. Officially on a 2-week leave. God, I wish. No, I'm still working. So I am chilling. What are you gonna do for the holidays? A lot of parties? God. Take a break and take care of yourself too. Let's see. Yoshikara tries to reestablish the connection. He can't contact Croak. I still have to attend to a last kendo. Oh, you do kendo? That's nice. 2 parties on Sunday might be a bit too much. Don't drink and drive. I have a bad feeling about this, Professor. Worry, might just an or signal problem. Do you have anyone else on dispatch around? Nope. Sound a lot of but to enjoy scouting efficiency, we only dispatch. In that case, let's head over. Alright, I'll contact Soul now. We're half an hour later. Bass's headquarters. Not. Have fun. Oh god. A chill amount is okay. Okay. This is Croak. I finished the preliminary stages of the scouting mission. I'm missing my cola and air conditioning. It it's repeating itself. Oh, Persicaria? Is this thing broken? Can be, right? It says right here that the signal is. That's weird! It repeated itself. Doo-doo-doom. I'm gonna assume story. Ah, it's probably gonna fighting. Walking across channel sometimes has it. I see. Helios Sector. Together with Persicarian Soul, we entered the Helios Sector. It's fast. For safety's sake, let's test the comms environment around here. Professor, I'll be calling you now. Right now? Wait. Before I can finish, an exciting theme song from Late Night Anime begins playing in my ear. Is that your personalized ring? Sir? Yes. The lyrics are so I think Stroke changed it. More importantly, is there any signal disruption? Nope, I'm not detecting any disruption. It's fine. That's strange, then why couldn't you contact Croak? I'll give it a shot. Fires up her communicator. Nothing. What? It actually. Soul, are you out of the train? Why are you calling me all of a sudden? What do you mean all of a sudden? Are you okay? That's what I meant by all of a sudden. I'm perfectly fine. Why would I not be okay? Then you should have told me. Fine, everyone was frightened when they lost contact with you. I was focusing on training. Arya and the out with. The professor said something might have happened to you, so I wrote out, even changing my. That's a problem. Not that bad, is it? I know this is my first scouting mission. Am I really that unreliable? That's like the most basic interpret. Am I some kind of weakling, guys? It's not like that. I'm saying you're anything. It's just that something unexpected might have happened in the center. That's even less possible. I checked already. Special experiment. Barog. Let's reset. In fact, I'd say the chances of the here exploding are lower than me putting an SSR in the gacha. Oh my god. Then why didn't you contact us after the call cut off? It's not that we don't trust you, but anyone would be worried if you suddenly lost contact with the Explorer. This isn't a joke. The call cut out? What are you talking about, Persicaria? When did I ever call you? Also, about that cutting out stuff, this is the first time I've heard since I left. Huh? But who were we talking to then? Brooke's face on the monitor looks blank and confused, and her answers us all. Upon seeing that Croak doesn't seem to be lying, Persicaria and I exchange. Give us your coordinates and stay where you are. We'll talk after we meet up. So you're saying that I was the one who needed to call to you, sir? And then the call cut out and you contact me no more. So you guys got work and came straight here? Yes. Yes, that's it. No, that's not it. Brooke shows us her phone. Hard luck for today? But how? I'd like to know myself. I'm still organizing for my planning to send it back after I was. That can't be. You already given us your report. Your cigar shows Brooke her pad. You said Heliocenter was just like you predicted before you set out. It was an energy experiment sector with ample stock of, and there were very few residents here. See? Are your own words. Now that's weird. Must be some kind of occult incident? Maybe it was my doppelganger. Sure. I'm sure that's how it works. Hey, how did the occult get involved all of a sudden? It is a world of science, so just go roping in spirits and ghosts and whatever. You know, I was just mentioning it casually, so why are you so nervous and all? Ahem, there are quite a few spooky things in the world of science. For instance, underground organizations, zombies, quantum struggling style, reality, chronic sheep, girls don't. Eek! That's enough out of you. Professor, what do you make of all these? This one's the funniest, but it might be hypnosis. But Professor, why are you doing this too? Why not? That was a joke, right? I track hypnosis, you say. That makes sense. Oh no, it's got into Persicaria too. Calm down, Soul. I think what the professor mean is that we saw might have been the results of hypnosis by a certain. Why don't we go ask Anna? She's a specialist in network security. That's true. However, Antonina's still working on the Oasis firework and couldn't come, so I guess I'll just call her up. Ursicaria activates her communication. Transmission sent. Now connecting. We have guest! Hello, little robot! Can we rest now? No. Can we have a chocolate now? No. The arch pair hasn't been lit yet. Need to work hard. Okay. Alpha, why did you turn red again? My passion, my observe. Is he gonna explode? Are these primitive robots cute? Kind of though. Yeah, it seems there's only 3 of them. Crackle. Huh? What happened? The disruption's back. Persicarian Soul begin comms gear. Just then Croak stage person. You guys, come see this. As they look in the direction it's pointing, a blinding white light suddenly ignites within the depths of the scepter. That does look very bright. It is slowly followed by a mushroom cloud, slowly rising up. Flames charge into the sky, spread out in faster than the speed of sound. It's an explosion! Run! Just as Soul finishes the sound of the explosion, gathering earth, hamper our footsteps. And then we are engulfed by rolls of fire. We are dead. In that moment, everything within sight suddenly vanishes, and the sound in my ears a for just an instant, I feel like I have been disconnected from sequence number 99812, sensing rectification. As my consciousness starts to blur, a low then fades. And that's just weird. Deja vu. Sometimes revisiting the past might not. The light fades and my vision. However, I am stunned by what I see before. I know this is scouting. Eating ourselves, are we? I'm not reading this one, sorry, it's the same. What's wrong, Professor? Why do you look so pale? Do you guys really not remember anything? Remember what you were wearing? I tell Persicaria about everything that happened just now. Professor, much as I like to, things you're saying are rather far-fetched. You say we're repeating that have already happened, but have any proof? Okay, watch this. Next up, Croak is going to tell us that she sent us. So ask her why she didn't call us after the got out. Professor? Croak, the professor's asking why didn't you contact us after Calcutta? Calcutta? What are you talking about, Priscilla? When did I ever call you? Also, about that cutting out stuff, this is the first time I have this. This. Croak, are you repeating everything the professor says? It's not her fault, so have Croak precision and tell us her. Croak, the professor wants you to tell us your. Sure, my coordinates are Alpha 85 7. Do you believe me now, Persicar? I believe you, but still remember what's going to happen next. Let me think. Croak up at 3 robots possible. No, and then it explodes. Stand the hurry and prepare fortifications. This place is about to blow. What are you talking about? You're making less and less sense, didn't we? So find the nearest shelter. Professor, I'll go get Crow. Huh? Why do we need something like that? Did something happen? Yes, it's gotta blow up. Get moving. Yes, Professor. Can you explain to me now why did you all of a sudden? Also, I haven't even finished my. So why did you? Don't look at me. I don't know anything. Says she finishes the dull roar of an explosion and reaches her heavy force concrete. It is closely followed by an intense tremor, and the ground. Professor! That's it. Hold on, Croak. Reinforce the structure. Guys, help Croak. Three dolls try to retain their foot amidst the shake. Structure. However, the explosion is far more powerful than I imagined. The ceiling begins to crumble, and the hollowing of the blast comes in loud and clear. Fissure. Soon we're swallowed up fallen rock. That moment, everything inside suddenly vanishes. Sound in my ears. For just an instant, I feel like I have been disconnected from the world. Sequence number. Scene ret- Oh, it went up a number. As my consciousness a low peaks in my ears, fades away. We're back at the beginning. This is same. Damn it, back to square one again. I realize the cycle has begun. Does it mean that we'll return to this place again? I need to find another way to avoid the explosion. After repeating the series of events to Persicaria, I realize that I'm bad. I believe you, but what should we do next? You still remember what's going to happen next? There's going to be an explosion. Please get away from the explosion right now. What are you talking about? You're making less and less sense. Didn't we rescue Crow? But what about Crow? There's a time reset, so Crow will pay for probably been times than we have. Leave the sector now immediately. Are we going to abandon Crow? Just do it, Soul. Okay. We run at top speed. Firewall. Have come far too deep. We're just several street away from firewall. Drops again. A mushroom cloud rises up. Flame charged into the sky and spread out and it's faster than sound. And then we're engulfed by rolling waves of fire. That moment, everything within sight suddenly sounded just an instant. It's gonna. New sequence has started. It's my conscience. The light fades and my. Professor, why did you suddenly? I'm sorry, it's nothing. Here, Percy Gary, let's play that game. Broke, that worlds are going to be. Once again, I repeat the process of gaining Percy Gary's trust. Once again, I try to outrun the explosion. Again, I fail and return. Once, twice, three times, four times. I try all kinds of methods. We can't withstand the can't flee the scepter. After returning to the starting point again, I immediately bring everyone to tell them everything. So you're saying we're stuck in a time loop, sir? Time reverses after the explosion. It kind of reminds me of an one of the series I was watching. Which one is that? It's never mind. You wouldn't know anyway. Dun dun dun. Rogue, how did you deal with it in the that series of yours? Reference. How did they take care of it? They beat the enemy. Beating the enemy. Indeed, perhaps our only solution is to deal with the explosion at its source. Rogue, give me a full report on all the info you have on this sector. Rogue pulls up a screen containing the info gathered since entering the sector. As you can see, Helios Sector is an experimental focused energy project, so it has plenty. The entire sector is carrying out an important experiment. We have built 7 reactors throughout. All 7 reactors are complete, and the agents here told me that this is in testing phase. Once the experiment is complete, we can negotiate and open. Bring up a map of sector and position. Rogue displays the map, and after combining the and the mark location, I indicate vicinity explosion. Where is this lake? That's reactor number 1, Professor. Don't tell me the explosion. Yep, right here. So those mini robots are coming up to all of them. There we go. Reinforcement appearing in time of crisis is always an encouraging sign. Helios Saturn reactor number 1. What's wrong, Croak? What do you see? Goddamn, the professor's right. There's something very wrong with reactor number. The core furnace and conduits are overloaded, and the external mechanical structure is completely defective. If I'm not wrong, this place is about to explode. Let's hope you're wrong then. No, it's gonna explode. It's gonna explode. Can you fix it, Croak? No can do. The energy out is enough to power several their tar bipedal robots through seaside marathon. It's a lot. It'd be faster if I just blew this place directly. Calm down, Croak. You can't study it and then solve it next time, right? No, it takes you time to get you guys. But you won't remember anything next time. You need to solve it right away. If only we had someone else to help. It's too much to expect Croak to handle this by herself. Where are the other staff for reactor number? I didn't see any other workers, just these mini robots. Give me that toolbox. Here you go. In any case, let's start by taking the protective casing off this tin can. Don't do it, Croak. Think of another solution. Don't be in a hurry to blow. You dummy, I'm taking it apart to study it. Persicaria, I need operand support. Yep. Sol and I stepped back watching as Croak and Persicaria worked frantically, but we were unable to provide any help. Time passes and the light from the reactor furnace begins glowing brighter. Even amateurs like Sol and myself can't tell something's wrong. No good, the problem doesn't seem to be here. How could this be? There's nothing we can do, Persicaria. We were barking up the wrong tree. The problem isn't with the reactor furnace, it's just a link in the chain of reactions. The light from the reactor furnace grows brighter, and the heat it radiates turns the air scalding hot. The explosion seems imminent. Professor, do you think it's time for some searing last words? I mean, it's all about to explode anyways. Huh? Are we missing a mini robot? Not like this is an anime. Double crowds me sanctified. Think anyone even got that reference. Just then, a sudden series of footsteps come from behind us, followed by a shout. Don't, I brought her along. Persicaria, it really was you. Who are you? A silhouette runs past us and erects a weighty shield. Sion, what are you doing here? Sion has always been here. Oh god, has she been stuck in the time loop? Before we can ask any more questions, the core furnace explodes violently, and the shield which Sion is holding up shudders. Hang in there, Sion, I'll back you up. No need, Sion can handle explosions. Sion refuses Persicaria's assistance and keeps her berry up by herself, then takes out several chocolates from her backpack and hands them to us. Quick, eat these. What are these? No time, eat quick. Eat the chocolate! We eat chocolates as Sion directs. After that, the reactor furnace behind us shines brilliantly. We can't escape, here comes the big one. Cracks appear in Sion's barrier, and it looks like it's about to crumble. Persicaria hurriedly reaches out and tries to support it, but Sion grabs her hand to stop her. Sion? It will be fine. See you later. See you later? Sion happily bids us farewell. After that, intense light fills my vision. And we reset again. Oh, shit. Guys, we have resetted like 40 times. We started at reset number 12 with a 58 now. Bouncing rectification. This time, I clearly hear a low-pitched voice speak in broadcast, after which everything fades away. The light fades and my vision returns to normal. I return to the beginning once again. but I'd say the chances of the machines here exploding are lower. Quiet. Sorry. Looks like you all understand how I felt just. Wait a minute. I remember, Professor. I remember everything. Me too. So everyone's memories weren't reset this time. Could it have been the chocolate? Call requests were saved. Now connecting. Dun dun. That's a nice music. Hey, that's the OP for Metal Suit. I immediately accept the call. It it's from Sion. She wants us to meet in front of reactor number 1. Let's go. Good thing this isn't the reset point. Helios sector number 1 reactor. We rush over to reactor number 1 again, and this time Sion explains everything. Dun. Finally, answers. So the sector resets after the explosion ends. Why would something like that happen? Helios' experiment fails, starts over. What about memory? The agents in the sector. Sion's agents, they have no memory. Shield and chocolate. Block explosion, memory is incomplete. Chocolate. Chocolate, Choco, especially prevent losing memory. Choco's here too? Alright, Persicaria, we can save the detailed questions. Sion's language center hasn't been fixed yet, and the next explosion probably arrived before asking her everything. What? Right now it's fits reactor number. Persicaria, right. Sion has lots of data for. Come with me. Dun dun. Choco is here. Downturn. We managed to solve the problem. Probably. So the problem wasn't with the core furnace, but because the mechanical assemblies for the secondary conductor is wrongly? Yes, the structure not right. I see. I was wondering why it felt off to me, so it was because of a mistake in assembly design. Can you believe this? They actually put in a wedge-shaped structure in such a cramped location, and it put to shear force on the entire system. I don't understand a single word of this. Is it like the designer opening the door with the wrong key? No, it's more like bashing a rolling pin against the keyhole. Never mind that. Sion, give me a hand. Okay, Croak, here, tools. Croak, amazing. Sion doesn't knowledge. It's nothing. You're amazing too, Sion. You managed to do this much even thought you knew nothing about machines. How is it? Did it work? It's just fine. The data Sion gave us was very comprehensive. Dun dun dun. She knew everything about every part of reactor number 1. I'm actually suspecting she changed jobs from a relic engineer. Sion Choco many, many times. Yeah. Is this what they mean when they say practice makes perfect? Were you trapped here for a long time? I'm sorry if we'd known earlier. It's okay, Persicaria, don't be sad. Now everyone's here and tidy. We'll be able to leave together. Of course. I'm a mechanical expert. I'm a mechanical expert. It will be fine. Brooke confidently makes her modifications to reactor number 1. How's it going? It's all settled, of course. Just wait and see. As everyone watches, the time comes for the explosion. Well, it's not white in the background. See? I told you it would be fine, right? Brooke's expression is the first to go from tense to relaxed, maybe even a little smug. Brooke, amazing. See, I'm going home with Let's go. We'll pick Choco up and then leave a lot of cookies. Gotta hurry, gotta hurry. It's going to explode if I don't finish. I'll have to start all over again. I'll have the ingredients go back to their original state, and I can't use them again. Waste that habit. Ding dong! It's done. Let's have a taste. It's yummy. This recipe says it says. I need to note it down and make some for Sion before she heads out. Need to make some for little E too. She oughta be coming soon, judging by the time. I'm sure they'll love the new recipe. Choco! She's cute, isn't she? Oh no, it's about to explode. Remember the chocolate. Remember the chocolate. Wait, I think I muddled it up. Choco accidentally mixes up the chocolate she just made with the chocolate she made and memorized. I guess I'll just have to eat it all. Choco frowns as she mixes the different kinds of chocolate and stuffs it all into her mouth. Water, I need water. Look, 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 look. Ooh, I'm alive again. Alright, now I won't forget things. I wonder how Sion's doing. I thought there's new data to be in each loop. It's kind of annoying that the taste doesn't change. Choco, I'm back. Welcome to Choco's Chocolate. No, wait. What are you doing back here, Sion? Did you take care of the reactor number 1? Of course we did. So laughs as she pops out from behind Sion and holds her arms out to We're here too. Surprised? Choco exclaims in surprise and jumps off her chair before sold. Guns and chocolates, very nice. And then she runs past her and hugs Persicaria tightly. Everybody loves Persicaria. She's the best. Came at last. Choco waited so long for you. The two of us came here after we emerged from our narrow cookies, but we couldn't get out. I thought we'd never see you again. Yes, we're here to take you home. Got ignored. What's a punny? Wipe that smile off your face. Nah, I wasn't laughing. I just remember something happy. Choco, let's go. Everyone, let's leave this place together. Wait, I need to bring these chocolates with us. Here, have some too. All this chocolate stays good. Ah, it's been a while since I have had such delicious chocolate. Also, I have got to bring the memory chocolate with me. And some ingredients for the chocolate. Oh yes, I need to leave some chocolate and a note for little E's, otherwise she'll get again. Little E? Is she an agent from the Helios Sector? Nope, little E is a friend that Choco and Sion just met. He likes the chocolate that Choco comes by every now and then to visit. Is it the robot? She gave us the ingredients to make the memory chocolate. Little E very strong note. We proceed toward the sector exit. Along the way, Persicaria and Choco exchange an account of their experiences. So we have got a place of our own in the cloud server? Does that mean Choco can open a chocolatier in the oasis? Please, it's really important to me. Sure. Is special food really that important for agents? Well, you're a human, so you wouldn't understand, Professor. For humans, food exists because they need to eat, but it's the opposite for agents. The raw ingredients for this chocolate is data or code that's very hard for agents to digest. After being cooked into food, it can be easily absorbed. Us, cuisine is very important. Choco has a very serious look on her face as she discusses her forte of chocolate, but in the blink of an eye, her expression turns excited again. It's a little E. Over here, over here. Huh? Wait, she. Pretty sure she's a sanctifier. We turn toward Choco's looking. A petite form floats in the air and flies toward us. Is that little E you were talking about just now? After seeing who it is, Sol draws her sword. And you even called her over, Croak. Get ready. Everyone back up. Professor, get behind us. Eh? What's with you? Little E isn't a bad person. She's a sanctifier. She's the Oasis enemy. Oh my, you want me. I'm not your enemy, at least not for now. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Elk Forest, a friend and fan of Choco's as well as a lone man. Choco, where are you all going? Choco's friends fits the problem in the Helios sector, so they're here to take me home. They have fixed the problem in the Helios sector? Paris repeats those words to herself, and then she suddenly breaks out in a strange smile. Choco, good girls shouldn't tell lies, you know. But I'm not lying. They really fits reactor number 1. Choco's telling truth. Are you worried you won't have chocolate after we... It's alright. Choco left lots of chocolate in the place where I stayed, enough for you for a while. That's not what I'm talking about, Choco. You say your friends fits the problem, the Helios sector. Don't you think you're overestimating their abilities? What's that supposed to mean? It's exactly what I said. You're a long way off from solving the problem in Helios sector. Still, there's no need to worry. I won't fight you, because there's no need. Icarus laughs and flies up, widening the gap between. See you later, Choco. Remember to eat the energy herb chocolate. Everyone careful. Siam seems to notice something. She turns and hunkers down while throwing up her barrier. From the depths of the sector, a mushroom cloud suddenly erupts from a completely different place than before. The waves of flame wash over us. That moment, everything within sight suddenly vanishes. Sound in my sequence number 59. Dancing rectification. It fits one part and another one starts to break again. That's painful. Then, ill tidings. Grim reports all too often follow on the heels of good. When we open our eyes again, we're back at the beginning. However, this time we're not at the place where we contacted Croak, but at the Choco's chocolate. Is everyone alright? Huh? Why did we end up back here? Hello, Andre Pro. How are you doing? How did this happen? Why was there an explosion? With Fitz reactor number 1, there's no way anything could have gone wrong with my technical skills. Calm down, Croak. This isn't your fault. I believe in your skills. The explosion wasn't from reactor. Don't. Sion's answer makes us all sink into silence. This sudden development was far too unexpected, so we need time to sort out our thoughts out. Munch, 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 munch. A strange sound comes from the corner of the room, made especially obvious since everyone has gone quiet. Little E? Oh, you're back? That was fast. Ah, this is great, Choco. Your chocolate is delicious. Do you have any more? I'll have you know that I didn't eat anything since yesterday just to eat your chocolate. I'm starving. Oh my god. Eh? That's no good. You can't let yourself go hungry. Choco will make more for you right now. Wait, don't go over. Sol steps out in front of Choco, while also surreptitiously drawing her weapons. That's a long word. Honestly, can it wait until after I have eaten? Meals are sacred things, you know? Everything else comes second to them. You have a point. No, wait. Why the hell did you show up here anyways? Also, there's what you said before. Are you the one who trapped us here? Hey, don't go pinning stuff on me. I had nothing to do with the explosions. What are you going to do if Choco gets the wrong idea because of what you said and stops making chocolate for me? This is one of the few small pleasures I have in life besides my work. As a sanctifier, I run all over Magrasea every day and stress myself out, with this little piece of chocolate as my only solace. Are you going to take even that little bit of happiness away from me? You really are evil. Don't change the topic. What on earth is going on? And why should I tell you? Aren't you lot the irregular agents that the other sanctifiers mentioned before? You built your asses, stole access permissions from their sectors. I mean, not that I really mind, but our situation makes us enemies. Since we're enemies, it's not like I owe you anything, so why should I answer your questions? Little E ate lots of chocolate. Does eating chocolate even count? Yes, you owe us for the chocolate. Also, don't forget that I provided you with the ingredients for the memory chocolate reset assumption. Little E, I came up with a new recipe for chocolate today. Hmm? Well, thought we might have the enemies. I am quite interested in you guys, so I don't mind revealing a bit of information to you. Choco, go make your chocolate first. I'll have a nice chat with you with your friends. I exchange looks for Sicaria, and we make room for Charist. Let me ask you a few questions. Do you know what they do here in the Helios sector? It's a spark heavy industry experimental energy research sector, responsible for many revolutionary experiments in the field of energy. Correct, but not entirely. Helios sector is only responsible for one experiment, which is the Archpire project. The Archpire? So you're saying the 7 reactors were built for the Archpire? No wonder I couldn't find any logs for the Archpire in all the places I looked. Turns out the entire sector was the Archpire. Correct. So do you understand what I was talking about just now? You don't really think that reactor number 1 was the only problematic area in Helios sector 2? An ordinary agent like I'm a mechanical expert. Fine, fine, you're a mechanical expert. But if a lone mechanical expert like you solved the problem with the archetype project, what point would there be in the existence of the Helios sector? Are you saying the entire sector is less capable than you alone? Then what's the deal with the resets? The resets? That's something else entirely. Choco, is the chocolate done yet? It's finished here. This is what Choco made today with the new recipe. Smells great. Why are you guys still looking at me? I really can't tell you about the resets. Why don't you ask the sector administrator about it? You're saying the administrator knows everything about this? Of course. Oh, I get it. You think the resets are an error in the sector, do you? Of course not. If the recess were caused by a sector error or a virus, I'd have stepped in long ago. I may not look like it, but I'm a greater sanctifier, you know? Alright, that's enough, adult chatter. Thanks for the hospitality. I'll be off. Now, Choco, pack some more chocolate for me. One last question, please. Why aren't you fighting us? Ah, I know you, Professor, the leader of the irregular agents. I'm very interested in you as well. As for your question, I told you before, right? Because there's no need to. For Choco's sake, I'll give you a bit of advice. You better move quickly or else. Hikari's lots laughs as she grabs the bag of chocolate takeaway and leaves without looking back. Well, since there's only like 3 robots left, maybe everybody disintegrates after being reset so many times. Deletion. There's nothing in this world that will indulge an endless number of attempts. See, that's basically what it says. Helioscepter at the core of the Archspire. Mini robot! This way, this way! The core of the Archspire is this way. Are these the primitive robots you were talking about? They look really cute. Please do not hug the robot. Please do not hug the robot. This robot may be small, but it values its cleanliness. Quit playing around, Soul. Professor, do you think what the Sanctifier Okara said was true? She had no reason to lie to us. If she really meant us ill, she could have just attacked us directly. Welcome to the core of the Archspire. This is the most highly classified area in the Helioscepter. Here you will see the most cutting-edge creations of the energy industry. Why does this feel so weird to me? What's wrong, Persicaria? I thought we were planning to help them solve the problem. In the first place, everything's going too smoothly. Nobody got in our way and nobody asked us for our intentions. Instead, they just welcome us right in. That makes me feel a little uneasy. Also, why are there so many weird statues along the sides of this path? Why are you worrying so much? Are you becoming suspicious because of everyone keeps thinking of us as bad people? Yes. Maybe they're just being kind. Speaking of which, these statues are really detailed. It's almost as though they were alive. You're right. I hope I'm overthinking this. Boss, we have guests. Come meet them. Welcome to the Helios Sector. What can I do for you? Hello, we are agents from the outside. Your origins are not important. What is important is that you repair reactor number 1, which has advanced the progress forward by a step. Progressing a reset point is great achievement. I have already recorded your log file. May I know what you need? Oh, outstanding contribute. We wish to leave this place. Bad request, bad request. No agents may leave until their project is complete. What the hell, are you planning to detain us by force then? Calm down, Soul. Let's figure out exactly what is going on in the sector. If we can't leave, then what about the resets? The resets are a unique system established for the sake of the Archspire project. They allow the entire sector to roll back whenever an experiment fails. It's like what Sion said. We are simply agents who accidentally enter here. Would you allow us to leave the sector? We are willing to provide help to the Archspire project in the future. Bad request. No agents may leave the area. Damn it, does it not understand what we're saying? We're not here because of the R Spy project. Please allow us to leave the Helios sector. Bad request. Dun dun dun. We are briefly at a loss for how to deal with a sector administrator who mechanically repeats its line. Is it stupid? I think we may have made a mistake. Our experiences in Rosum and Cyclops made us mistakenly assume that the administrator of each sector must be extremely intelligent and free-willed. But this administrator, for some reason, it has very little initiative, and we can't communicate with it. Are we just going to give up like this? Of course not. This might be a little rude, but Sol, help me hold it down. Sure. Sol subdues the sector minister without much effort. Surprisingly enough, it does not put up much resistance. Will this do? Hang on, I can almost see its AI. I see it's just as I thought. The sector administrator's neural core is extremely simple. It only has two preset commands. One is to send feedback to sub heavy in a timely manner. This connection, this function is now banned. The other is to log and control the direction of the experiment so as to prevent the sector from continuing the same approach after reset and thus waste resources. So, how do we leave? Is there a way we can do it? Arya's face turns pale. No, this administrator has no other control directive. It doesn't even have the ability to stop the resets. What? But how? Are we going to be stuck here forever? Sol, unconscious, shout breaks the bubble of unease and a fear dwelling in our hearts. After a long silence, Croak exhales a deep breath and pats Sol on the shoulder. It will be fine, Sol. No need to worry. The administrator said just now, right? Once the Archspy project is complete. Relax, I'm a mechanical expert. There's bound to be a way to solve this. Croak's confident words briefly lighten the air. But before Sol can reply with anything more than some light-hearted banter, what Persicaria says next is like a bucket of ice water for all of us. We might not have the time to do that. Do you remember hearing that announcement after eating chocolate while a reset was taking place? You mean serial number 99859 or something commencing rectification, something like that. What about it? In order to prevent extraneous data from accumulating and causing data overflow, the Helios sector resets functions has a data as well. It will completely reset Helios sector to its base state, and the trigger for that is... oh god. 100,000 resets. And currently, we're on reset number 99850. Which means we only have 140 resets left. The sudden bad news drove us for a loop. Once Persicaria is completely out of ideas, she looks frankly at me, hoping that I can prepare for the next explosion. Huh? Explosion's coming. Wait. That statue. Swelling roar fills the air and the ground suddenly shakes. A moment before the explosion, the statue, besides the administrator, suddenly turns its head and looks straight at us. That's creepy. In that moment, everything within sight suddenly vanishes, and the sound in my ears become a mono. Sequence number 99861, commencing rectification. Is the statue the real owner? Perseverance. People often believe so much in themselves that they forget there are others that can help as well. Everybody can help if you have faith. When we open our eyes again, we're back in Choco's chocolatier. What happened? Did you find a way out? No. Ursigari has no idea how to begin answering Choco's question. Not only did we not find one, we even ran into some haunted statues. You guys all saw it too, right? The look in those statues' eyes. It really bothers me. They're supposed to be statues, yet they turn at us. Well, now, I don't think they're haunted. Come with me. Take a look at this. This statue is posed in very precise motions for overhauling and servicing. Same goes for that statue over there. This statue's eyes are moving. It's looking at me. This one too. Sion suddenly deploys her barrier in front of the statues. Thank you. Don't worry. These aren't statues. They ought to be resident agents who originally lived in the sector. Were they turned into statues? No, I think they're here to fix these reactors. The resets are meant to drive the experiments forward, so these residents must have some degree of immunity to the resets. Oh yeah, while we're agents from another sector, Shoko's confections to absorb authorizations, they don't need it. Every reset generates a huge amount of experimental data, and as more redundant data accumulates, these AIs gradually become incapable of operation. They move slower and slower until they turn into statues. So you're saying that the administrator probably only has its basic functions left because of data. We could fix the reactors. They ought to return to normal. Yes, Persicaria, help me read the data from the statues and see if there were any useful actions in the past. 99,861 attempts. But if you do that, you'll turn into a statue as well. That won't happen because we have Choco. We can process this data so that it's more easily digestible. Choco doesn't quite get it, but it seems Choco can help. Yes, you're amazing, Choco. Choco smiles happily. I am done. Let me taste it. This is sweet. The data density is really high. Let me try some too. Take it easy. This data might have been processed, but there's still a lot of it. What's wrong, Croak? Are you feeling well? All this data. What's wrong with it? The data I have here is related to administrative change. Nothing special about it. As a mechanical expert, all this data is a real blow to my self-esteem. The professional agents of Sparrock Heavy Industry seem to have considered just about every possibility. Just reactor number 2 structure alone has been revised 1,000 times. They also came up with hundreds of reactor-related scenarios. But in the end, they still failed. I admire these experts, and I have always admired Sparrock Heavy Industry. I have always walked in their footsteps, but now I have to solve a problem which they couldn't handle. It feels like I'm being asked to do the impossible. Seems a little depressed. You have Choco! And us. At least we have got a new way to process data now, right? Yep. Come to think of it, we have already done a lot of things which were regarded as impossible. Our actions in the Rosum and Cyclops sectors were considered impossible by others. Professor, there's no good serving up chicken soup for the soul at a time like this. Rosum Cyclops Scion wants to see them, and I'd like to take you there. Those two sectors have some very special technology. Wait, I have got it! Judging by the look on your face, it seems we'll have a new goal come to its reset. Time's almost up. Sion, put up your barrier. Okay. New reset. And reset 62, I think? Deep learning. Looking back on the path we took, we can see that we already had so much. Bum bum bum. When we open our eyes again, we're back in Choco's chocolatier. We're back again. However, it seems Croaks found a solution. Yep, but the plan I have in mind is still very difficult. Why don't you tell us about it? Alright. Croak projects an image of the 7 reactors before the group and then takes a seat. While digesting the data left behind by the residents, I noticed something very strange. All of their solutions revolve around the 7 current reactors. Almost none of them drew on the advanced technology from other sectors, such as the Cyclops or Rosum sectors. Perhaps it was because the human directly updated their technology before they lost contact with them. Anyways, they were unable to leave Helios and they were unable to let the human either, which led to a stagnation in their technological development. But we can give them new technology. So it's like that, huh? I understand everything now. Doesn't get it at all. Croc, try explaining it in terms even Soul can understand. Huh? Sorry, I get really excited when it comes to technology. Simply put, the technology of Helios Sector, as it is, cannot contain high-intensity energy within a limited space. This is the main reason why they keep failing. So how will we solve this? Remember the Cyclops Sector? Cyclops, you don't mean the isolation wall. Yes, I knew you'd say that, Professor. The data density of the isolation wall in the Cyclops sector was extremely high. We could try borrowing that technology. As long as we modify the shielding layers of all the reactors into isolation walls, we'll be able to easily limit the energy dispersion of our sphere. It does sound plausible. I think I preserved a sample of data from the isolation wall back then. Also, there's the Rosum sector. Rosum? Their AI research. Yes, they establish AI control hubs to better perform. That's exactly what the agents here lack. It's true, the agents here are just too dumb. Oh my god. Which is why their work efficiency is so low. The combined operands needed to operate the 7 reactors is massive. There's no way the simple AI systems here could manage it. But if we gave them some assistance, after Croak's explanation, everyone equally realizes the key to solving the problem. This ray of hope, after countless loops, brings a smile to everyone's face. However, Croak's expression is still very severe. Croak? Well, that's how it is in theory, but practically speaking, there's a very large risk. Look at the statues. They're the resident agents of the statue. The massive amount of operands they have to handle and the redundant data left from countless loops have slowed their operand speeds to almost zero. If we're going to complete the technology update in their place and operate the reactors in unison, there's a possibility we might end up as statues too. So happy. So happy. Let's be happy together. My screws are all tightened. My energy supply is normal. No extra needs except for chocolate. No overtime, one chocolate. I want chocolate too. Work first, chocolate later. Isn't this the same? Oops, Alpha is here. Run, run. Yeah, this is the same as when we started. Okay. Or we might end up like them. Only very simple AIs can function under these conditions. When I think about how Croak would look running around with that emoji on her face, suddenly it doesn't seem so bad. Hey, be serious. Be serious! Okay, back to the topic. Do you think we'll remember what we're supposed to do if we all become emoji faces? Um. Soul calls out to a mini robot. Do you remember what you should be doing? Repairs. Repairs where? I don't know. That's the problem. We must repair this human. You dork, humans can't be repaired. Huh? That's right, humans. Croak turns toward me, a pure certainty in her eyes. Professor, we need your help. No, she's gonna use me. She's gonna use me. No matter how winding the road, those sacred fires will lit upon the mountain top. After the next reset, everyone begins the plan to modify the Archfire. This plan will entail a great deal of risk. It may even affect everyone's narrow cloud. But I hope you will place your trust in me anyway. We all trust you, Croak. Thank you. I'll explain what I need everyone to do after this. We need to modify the reactors. During this process, we may end up having to perform a massive amount of computations. When the time comes, everyone other than the professor and myself will have to steadily shut down their consciousness functions and only retain the ability to accept instruction from myself and the professor. That's because we're going to save what little computation space there is for the reactors. Choco will help us take care of the code that's harder to digest. Leave it to me! This is what you need to do next, Professor. When we restart the reactors, everyone's narrow cloud are going to slowly shut down. In other words, we won't be able to provide effective observations and feedback. Therefore, we need you to observe on our behalf and give everyone commands when needed. I'll take care of it. We're all counting on you. Is it because I'm human? The modification works proceed amidst a tense atmosphere. We only managed to finish a single complete modification 2 resets away from the data deletion. However, it is at this moment that everyone notices an unwelcome guest within the shadows of the chocolate. Oh my, how amazing! Looks like you really are going to complete the Arch Peer project. Everyone, watch out! What are you doing here? Relax, relax. I'm just here to mooch chocolate. I'm also here to witness the potential ignition of Arch Peer. It's a historic moment, you know, but it's mainly because of chocolate. Please come up with a better excuse. You're simply biding your time to strike. The reason why you didn't do anything to us before, this wasn't because you were interested in us, or because of chocolate. You simply felt there was no way we could escape. But now, Croak's hard work has made that a possibility. Oh, I don't like being that direct. Opening candy wrappers is an enjoyable process too. After all, I'm good friends with Choco and Sion. Huh? Since when are Sanctifiers so social? You seem to have gotten something wrong. Well, I, Ocaris, am hardly a socially incompetent shut-in. Choco counts as one of the few people I truly consider a friend. Also, you can't buy Choco's chocolate anywhere, so I'm not willing to lose her. Delicious. But ultimately, you're a sanctifier. Indeed, I am. When you get down to it, I am a sanctifier, and I have an unavoidable sum of consequences of my. Eucharist shakes her head and sighs heavily before pointing to one of the reactors. Still, you're better off working on those reactors before something goes wrong with them, rather than waste your energy on me while I haven't done anything. Just as she finishes speaking, the reactor Aquarius is pointing at the area around it suddenly becomes emblem. The entire region begins continuously distorted, and it seems as though the modifications we worked so hard to put in place are about to be destroyed. You bitch! What the hell did you do? Rage fills Croak's eyes as she sees this and she lifts her shield, preparing to bring it down on Icarus. I didn't do anything. That's the data deletion process. If you're going to lie, at least make it more convincing. Did you think we weren't keeping track of things? That's why I said you missed something out. Why do you think the residents were willing to countless resets rather than leave etc. for technology from the outside world? That's because leaving would cause something worse to happen. What are you talking about? The truth is, you already know. This is a highly classified industrial research vector. Now, if external data made its way in and affected the experiment, that would also trigger the deletion process. Fortunately, you still have a chance because completing the experiment takes priority over resets. However, can you actually complete it? Croak glares hatefully at Eucharis before gritting her teeth and running over to the problematic reactor. I'm about to follow her before Eucharis suddenly chuckles and says a few words to me. You're special, Professor. You're just too special. I wonder why is that? It seems you retained your memories without eating the chocolates. What are you trying to say? What if you're the same as me? Alright, I've said what I wanted to say. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the show while I'm munching on chocolate. My god, she's terrible. I hurry over to the reactor and everyone follows me. How is it, Croak? Professor, it's all over. Why? This isolation wall looks pretty solid, doesn't it? Yes, it is pretty solid. Look, the AI control hub is in there completely destroyed. But the wall is still fine. We look in the direction where Croak's finger is pointing and see dark red data flows permeating inside the isolation, consuming the central system. What happens if we force a startup of the plant right now? There's no AI central control system to regulate the energy flow, so all we can do is pray it works smoothly by itself, like countless times before. But as you know, we're basically betting everything on your last two draws of the gacha. And there's no pity to save us. Sion go in, manually operate. No can do. The entire region is being deleted and reset. If any of us went in, there directly. Rock chucks a pebble at the region where the reactor is. The blink of an eye, the pebble is utterly dead. After seeing this, Okari's words suddenly echo in my ear. What if you're the same as me? Those words gnaw at me. The same as her. Why did she say the same? Why was she not reset? We were doing completely different things. She was clearly just observing. Yes, she was just observing. Yes, because I'm just observing all this too. That makes sense. There's no way to confirm the validity of this, but I know that I have to try this. It's our only chance. With that thought in mind, I take a step forward. Well then, let's see if Icarus was lying after all. Professor? No, you can't. I'll be fine. No, we can't let you take that risk. Let me go instead. Trust me. During the protest of everyone, I reach a hand into the region where the reactor is. I was originally here to assist you as an observer, and every single attempt before this ended in failure. Or rather, the truth is we don't know the outcome. In other words, I'm the only one who can observe the superimposition of both states. Wait, what are you talking about? No, no, you can't, you must. Even if it's like that, what you said, you don't know how to operate it manually either. Alright, let me assist the professor then. Rogue, what are you saying? Know what the professor wants to do? I told you I trust the professor. I'll help them out. The professor believed in me before, so now I'm going to believe in the professor too. Rogue stops Persicaria, who's trying to talk me out of it, and turns to me with a serious look on her face. Professor, it's all up to you now. Alright, I'll be counting on you, back me up. Trust me, Persicaria. All the necessary conditions have been met. Alright then. Oh, that looks pretty. Persicaria and Sol take over the eye systems and their movements slow down. However, they successfully control the speed of the reactor's collapse. Croak, I have arrived. Professor, please describe what you see. The control conduits are all jumbled up. I can't tell which is which. We'll start with the simple test. Sion, send an energy pulse through. Use the AC interface. Ugh. Minimum threshold. Several minutes later, the blue conduit in front of me glows faintly. The blue one lit up. Sion, send an energy pulse through. Use the BC interface. Minimum threshold. Several minutes later, the red conduit in front of me glows faintly. The red one lit up. Immediately after that, Croak and Sion perform several more tests. Time is glowing tighter and tighter. Standing inside the reactor, I can clearly feel the structure slowly approaching the blink of destruction. We don't have time, Croak. How are the tests going? We still have problems that needs to be fixed. Right now, I don't know if the blue conduit is stable or the red one. I'm not physically present, so there are a lot of details I can't see, so I can't make a decision. I'll be your eyes. Tell me, what do you want me to see? I don't know. Croak, have you heard of the story of the cat in the box? Huh? What cat? A long time ago, some evil bastard put a poor little cat into a box containing a poison gas capsule. But whenever or not the gas would release was left to chance. Dun dun dun. So nobody knew if the cat in the box was dead or not. Unless they opened the box to check. Do you know what they decided to do in the end? What did they do? They decided not to open the box. As long as they didn't go and look, they would never know if the cat was dead or not. That's just stupid. It is. Oh yes, very stupid. So I'm not going to be the cat. I don't need to leave my fortune up to random chance. And I won't collapse under superimposed possibilities. I am the observer in the box. You are the cat outside the box, and therefore you are me. The reality we both observe is now entangled and anchored. The outcome has already been decided even before the box opened. What are you saying, Professor? It doesn't matter, Croak. None of this matters. Just tell me what you want to see. The reality I observe is the ending that you choose. This is getting very philosophical very fast. Believe in me and believe in yourself. Professor, which conduit is heading up? The blue one. Hmm. What now, Croak? Which one is it? I. Croak's breathing grows faster and shallower in my ear mic. The shaking of the building below my feet grows more and more intense. I know very well that if we don't do nothing, it will be too late to do anything. But at the same time, I know very well what kind of stress Croak must be carrying on her shoulders. This is the last step in the whole process. She believes that this step will allow no failure. It's merely that the outcome's already been decided. Believe in yourself. Believe that the moment you open the box, the living God will decide the observer's existence. So just believe in yourself, girl. You're the expert after all. You're right, Professor. I am a mechanical expert. Pull the blue one. In the moment that I pull the lever down, liquid energy streams past my eyes, radiating intense light. The vibrations under my feet suddenly come to a halt, as to everything were turned to dead silence. In the next moment, it is followed by an even more intense and continuous series of vibrations, along with ear-splitting cheers. The archsphere blazes bright in the heart of the Helios sector. We did it, Professor, we did it. Yes, I have observed it, we did it. Cheers resound through my ear mic, and I breathe a sigh of relief. However, it is at this moment that an untimely voice cuts in. Like I was saying, you guys are really making things difficult for me. The Sanctify Girls form once again blocks our path. What's wrong with you? Why are you like this? 1 second, let me get a drink. Okay. Last part, last part. A kindling that burned in flame. What could it mean? Elcaris, you guys are pretty good. How about this then? Elcaris chuckles as she weights her weapon in her hand, then sends Croak flying along with her shield. Little E! Why are you doing this? Aren't we friends? Choco, stay back. Little E dangerous. Of course we're friends. You gave me so much chocolate and treated me so well. How could we not be friends? Then why are you hurting everyone? They're my friends too. I didn't want to do it either, but I am a sanctifier, Choco. I could close one eye to you before the Archipper was lit, but it's burning now. You really are amazing to have done something that the Helios sector tried for so long to accomplish but never did. For that, I truly respect you. Why does Choco still bring chocolates? It's her skills. Like, I'll show you later, but her skills... She's a healer and she heals you by throwing chocolate at your face. It's very interesting. It's hilarious, truthfully. However, it also means that I can't just stand aside and watch. Aquarius floats in midair, her petite body radiating an oppressive atmosphere. Little E, you're a big old meanie. I'm never making chocolate for you again. Yes, that is what will hurt her. No chocolate. Really now. Akari's body trembles slightly, but she soon returns to normal. What a shame. How about you, Sion? Do you have anything to say to me? Won't let you pass. You hurt everyone. I see. I was planning to go after the two of you last. We are good friends after all. But if you insist on getting in my way, then I have no choice. Boom! The sudden attack stuns everyone on the scene. No harming the guests of Helios Sector. Attack! Attack! Chase all the baddies out. I'm in love with these little robots. They're adorable. Out of my way! Out of my way! Countless mini robots flood in from all directions toward Icarus. You! Does the Helios Scepter intend to make enemies of the Sanctifiers? What are enemies? What are Sanctifiers? What's Helios Scepter? Oh, Helios Scepter is our home. You're stupid, see? Very, very stupid. Oh, dun dun dun. The mini robots make a racket and shove each other as they press in on Icarus, forcing her to back away. You. You might be agents, but I'll be forced to take action if you go too far. Dream on. Don't forget about us. Oh my, what should I do now? At number and corner, Icarus has no choice but to soar into the sky and pull away from us. In my capacity as a greater sanctifier, I warn the agents of the Helios Scepter to stop attacking immediately. Otherwise, you will be charged with harboring irregular agents. Start building anti-air emplacements. Roger! Roger! Hmm. Are you sure you want to? The outstanding contributions who help complete the Archfire project are Helios' most valued guest. Sight. Suddenly curbs her sternness and sighs in resignation. Poor Icarus. Is that so? Fine, I understand. We have confronted each other already. That ought to count, right? Asian Lock Sanctifier Icarus met with stubborn resistance within the Helios sector. Fine, fine, I won't fight you anymore. You have got the entire sector on your side. How fortunate. In that case, see you later, Cyan and Choco. And so Icarus leaves, without making any hostile proclamations or leaving any harsh remarks behind. The tremendous shifts in attitude makes one wonder if she was waiting for that moment. Is everyone alright? We're fine. Thanks for your help. It is the least I could do. After all, you are the outstanding contributors who helped complete the Archfire project, so we could not allow you to cause harm within the Helios sector. Do you have any other requirements? We don't need anything. We just want to get home ASAP. Mercy Carrier tucks on Soul's sleeve without changing her facial expression. Um, we were wondering if the Helios Sector would like to forge a cooperative relationship. Of course, Helios Sector would be honored to do so. Please, come with me. There is one more thing I would like to ask of you before we discuss these matters. Is there some other experiment that needs our help too? Of course not. The Archetype project was the only experiment being run in the Helios sector, and the purpose for our assistant is merely to watch the ignition of the Archfire. Then, what else do you need us for? I need to know your names and capture your appearance data. The final task of Helios sector is to carve statues of our outstanding contributors for the admiration of future generations. After finishing that task, Helios Sector will have truly fulfilled its reason for existence. No matter what requests you make of us after that, we will devote all efforts to complying with them. Wow, statues, that sounds really fun. No, it does not. Weren't you in a hurry to head back to the oasis just now? Why are you so excited all of a sudden? Aw, the crisis is over, isn't it? Relax, relax. Could you help fulfill our wishes? Of course, I am Persicaria, and this is the professor. I'm Croak. I'm Soul. Sion. I'm called Choco. Cho as in chocolate and Co as in cocoa. She's adorable. Understood. Your names have been recorded. I will arrange for the factories to begin producing the statues. Hang on, I don't think we managed to get your name. My name is Firewood, esteemed professor. Firewood bows to us, then turns and leaves. Right after Firewood leaves, the mini robots swarm in. Our heroes! I want to play with the guests. Want to go on a tour of Helios with me? The throng of eager bots surround us, and we are brought back to the depths of the Helios scepter. All these mini robots, and there's no sign of the original. There's me. And me. There's one more. There's only two of us. There have only ever been two of us. Two of us, two of us. What about the red one? I remember there were three. I remember there were two. Let me go check the logs. That's strange. The log only shows two of them. Could it have been a cat? Or maybe it was a ghost? It's a ghost. It's a ghost. Ghosts are scary. Ghosts are scary. Ghosts are scary. Ah! Robot Alpha got deleted. Okay, let's go look for Choco. There we go. See, she's a recovered supporter. And her skills is that every normal attack accumulates 1 point of chocolate energy. And by consuming all of the chocolate energy, you heal the ally units. See, you just throw chocolate energy at people. And then you make ginger cookies and feeds them and force feeds them to people. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break, like a couple minutes, and I'll be right back. Dun 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 dun.